pushed against the gods. The shadows deep where realms divide. The gods arise, no place to hide. Ancient powers wake once more. Feel the lightning, hear the roar. A storm unleashed, a rage so bright. With thunder's call, it takes to flight. Volcanoes fight till each one falls. With courage fierce and power tall. A hunter forged by Yahweh's light. With courage strong as power calls. The gods will tremble as he brawls. Oh, chaos rise, rise. The gods will face their demise. Oh, chaos rise, rise. The storms will cut through all their lies.
Alright, guys, I am back. Alright, thank you for holding. I want to change here. We're going to go to window capture. Okay, the reason why I did that is I want to zoom in a little bit more here. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of putting my character behind here, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Well, maybe we'll move that up a little bit. Okay. All right, so here we go. So starting out right away, I appreciate you guys coming back here and watching here for the review, the read and review. So what is this? We're gonna start here with Absolute Wonder Woman #1. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go back and watch my on my YouTube channel. I have a review of Absolute Batman #1 and also the DC All In. You can check those out on YouTube with my review read throughs and my review. All right. So I really this is one of my favorite covers. I really liked it of the different covers. Uh, let me pull up Absolute Wonder Woman covers. Let me. I want to see if they have all the different variant covers. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, let me. I gotta bring this over here. So bear with me here. Okay, let me pop over. We're gonna swap out here. We're gonna take the Windows capture off and display. Okay. So if you take a look here, here are all the different covers they have of the thing. I really liked this cover, the main cover. I thought it was really good. There's a lot of other ones that I like too. So let me start with the main cover. All right. So all right. I thought this was really good. I like the black and white cover, and this is Hayden's version of the cover with his artwork, which I will talk about that. And of course, this is with the colors. Um, Now this I actually have this one on order. I have the first one and this one on order because I really liked it. I thought that this cover right here by Jeff Deckel was really good. I really enjoyed it. Um, this one wasn't bad. It was okay. With her riding the Pegasus. This one was really good. I thought this was really good, but it wasn't available for me to get through my comic book shop, which is fine, but it's still a really good cover. I thought the art. This is Ivan Tavalera's artwork. I thought it was really good. Of course, that's the clean version variant, and then this one is Wes Craig's. Now this one I didn't particularly care for. I mean, it's okay. And then I also have this one on order too. I have the Jim Lee variant, which, funny enough, he did. the homage to the Buster Sword. Um, there again, that's the one I have on order. I thought that one was okay. The Wonder Woman symbol's really good. I did like Dan Panosian's cover. I thought that was really really good. Um, show the look of Wonder Woman is really really beautiful. I thought it was excellent. Of course, that's the black and white version of Jim Lee. Then we have the cover. This one was okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it was only available in the UK, so uh, I thought this one was good. Uh, this cover was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I think that was a good version. Um, then of course we have another Dan Panosian cover, and that was for Midtown Comics, only available. And this one was I didn't. Oh, John Boy Myers. Okay, that was a foil cover. That wasn't available. That was done through Shop Fan Expo. That was a limited cover. And then of course we have the Scotty Young variant of it, which is um, yeah, pretty good. So let's go. We're gonna jump back. So I really thought they did a really good job. Pretty much almost every cover they did of Wonder Woman was really well done. I thought it was pretty amazing. So I'm really excited to see first where this is gonna go. Um, Kelly Thompson's work. Before getting started and reading here, just to give a kind of an overview. Kelly Thompson's work for me has again like Scott Snyder's work. It's kind of been a hit or a miss, on some of the stuff. I thought her Captain Marvel series was really good. I thought the Amazing Spider-Man series that she did was really good. I was not a big fan of Gem and the Holograms. I thought that was not the greatest. I did not care for her run, of course, in America Chavez. That was the big run where they changed like her whole origin story of who she was, like in terms of like where she comes from and like her whole thing. So I just was not a fan of that. Wasn't a fan of her Black Widow run. Um, you know, but I thought like I think if I had to list all of it, probably like the A Force run was really good. Her run with Captain Marvel was really really good. I just always been a big Captain Marvel fan. I know a lot of people didn't particularly care for it, but I thought that was Kelly Thompson's best work, and I see a lot of that coming through, especially here on this first issue. I saw a lot of the stuff that I loved with Captain Marvel coming through on Wonder Woman. Uh, but so yeah, so let's go ahead. We're gonna kick off here with it. We open up here on Gateway City, and of course we have this big establishing shot, and then we hear noise, and then we hear, "What was that? You think I know? I'm on the ground with you, Alan. We have to look. You first. You have a camera. You absolute coward. Is that news? What do you see? Is it still out there? That thing. Give me a give me a minute." And then of course we see here this big upside down pyramid. We're here just beyond City Boardwalk, filming from an unsecure location to bring you the sights of a literal unidentified flying object on our doorsteps. Local police and growing militia forces are evacuating the immediate. Oh crap! Oh my god! And of course we hear the scream, scream. And then we look pan down here. We see them attacking people here. Of course, then we have this big shot of Wonder Woman with the undead um, Pegasus, and then she's pulling out the sword and starts chopping the heads off. He's diving. Don't lose him. I'm not sure that's a. And then we cut to the overview. It says, "Once upon a time, there was a princess, and the princess had all the gifts any princess could hope to have: beauty, grace, compassion, kindness, wisdom. And then we see the language, the ability to outrun a hellhound and conjure the darkest of magics, everything a princess needs when she's raised in hell. So, uh, stepping back now, what a lot of people don't might not know. So, in this version of Wonder Woman, there is no Themyscira. Um, she does not have that, and which we'll see here as we go through here. Of course, that was the tagline. She didn't have Themyscira and stuff like that. Stepping back here again, we have Kelly Thompson as the writer, Hayden Sherman as the artist. And let me see real quick what other stuff Sherman has done. Because I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna definitely talk about the artwork here because um, okay, so he was on Detective Comics for a while. Um, he did a series in Image Comics, IDW. So he's a relatively newer artist. Well, no, actually, okay. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Okay, so he did Barbarella. He did Batman Echoes. He did the Adventures of Superman, John Kent. Um, looks like he's done Batman Brave and Bold. I mean, he is still a relatively new artist because look like a lot of his stuff. His earliest stuff is 2016, which he did Civil War. He did the Kingpin series there, so yeah, I mean he's done that. He did he was then on Dark Horse for a little while. He was in with Image Comics and stuff like that. Looks like he was also doing Aftershock. Give me a moment here, guys. I gotta get a soda here. Oh, so he did Old Man Logan. That's where I recognize the artwork from. That's where I recognize the artwork from. He did. Looks like he did the. It looks like he did the. Did he do the cover? Cover. Yeah, he did a cover for Old Man Logan 1. Okay, because that's how I was wondering why he looked familiar. That the artwork looked familiar because he did the cover for Old Man Logan 1. Okay. So anyhow, okay, so let's step back here. You know, uh, I listed all the different cover artists. Jordi Belair, colorist, which I'm going to talk to about that because I definitely think that was a major positive on here. What was the coloring was it's fantastic. All right, so we're going to start out years ago in the wild island of hell, a prison of the great sorceress Circe. I once ruled a remote paradise called Aia. I'm now a prisoner of a solitary wasteland. Never let it be said that the gods do not have a sense of humor. All right. And she says, "What in Hecate's name? Never thought I'd be unhappy to see the sun here. Come forth, witch. Apollo, you may kneel. I'm fine. Defiant in hell, I see. I lean into my strength. Perhaps that's what's got you here. Perhaps. This is yours now. Mine? This baby? Why have you brought a baby to hell? Baby is Diana, Princess of Themyscira. She is the last of the Amazons and has been taken from them by my father Zeus as punishment for against their crimes against the gods. All right. Her home is now in hell, and you are her warden. I. Some sort. Some of that seems like a radical interpretation of the text. She may never be reunited with her Amazon sisters, and they will be imprisoned for all eternity when their service to my father ends. And you may never say the word Amazon again. He's trying to hide it, but he's afraid of her. Why? From this forward, the word Amazon is banned. I so decree. Try it. for me, Cersei. Try and say the word. I want to see it. And then, of course, we see her trying to say the word, and she can't say it. This is hell. What if it dies? The gods care not. This is where she belongs now, forever how long she is. Sorry, excuse for a sun god. Sorry, excuse for a sun god, you ask me. Gurgle, coo. In his arrogance, he may not have set many rules, which is good for me. Surely she will die without care, but I am no mother, and since I was not tasked with keeping her alive, I suppose it this will just take care of itself, I suppose. Oh, so this is the very will. Oh, so this will very much take care of itself. Perhaps the gods are not so willing to leave things to chance. Ku, I can't say that I care for that much. Will the gods send one thing after another to kill the child until it's done? And if they do, she is doomed whether I take an interest or not. Gurgle, coo, and you see the hand glabbing, and then we see that excitement and yeet. We see the snake. Well, well, well. Gah, and he, whom, ba, crack. No, 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 no. And then you see the rubbing, and then the kissing of this thing. She's gonna learn the hard way with that one. He'll singe off all her hair next time. Plenty of things tried to kill us, but there were no overwhelming forces of creatures bent on her destructions as I feared. She has a quality that softened even the most treacherous beast. And I just don't mean the little creatures and the demons or the lost souls that drift to her. Gar, we see her playing with the things here, and there's the looks like that's the skeleton Pegasus. But how you fall in love with a child is by raising it. This boy is hurting this tree. I don't like it. That's part of the lesson, Diana. Why doesn't the tree understand what's happening? Maybe it does and it accepts it. But it's all dead, Mom. It just looks dead, darling. We can get it back. It just needs love and magic. Well, yes, everything needs magic. Of course, we see here more panel shots. Mother, there's a word. Yes? Do you know this word? What is it? You haven't said it. I'm not sure it's real. If it's real, if you say it, perhaps. And then we see some more language. Be reasonable. You don't have to die today. More, more magic information. Are you all right, Mother? Yes. Where did that come from? They rarely appear on the island this time of year. I don't know. Raising a child is how you fell in love, but letting them go is how you prove your love. All right. And Gateway City, Pegasus, the perimeter. Are you in charge here, soldier? That's a note. Where is your superior? And of course, you get a look. Thank you. You should evacuate all the civilians within a mile. But I thought they are not dead. They are only stunned, and that's not what they're come. That's not what they're coming. They are but harbingers for what is to come. And then, of course, we hear this thing, and we see her look. We are out of time. Evacuate your civilians and bring your army, but run. You're not welcome, Harbinger Prime. This world will defend itself. I stand before you with the mythical Athena blade, forged by Hephaestus himself. It is more than capable enough to send you to your maker. Go back to wherever you came from and tell whatever you herald that you were mistaken. This world is protected. And then we see this and says, but it is not. And we see this her struggling here, and she's gritting. Hold. Can you just hold? You can do it. Just hold Pegasus. And then we see this, and then we see the swing by the creature, miss, and her grabbing the hand, and then we see the magical words, and then of course she gets hit by the thing, and she says, "Hoof, damn laser eyes every time." And then we see the eyes glowing, "Harbinger rise, sow chaos and prepare the way." And then we see no, and then we see screens of them attacking again. It says, "Again, you stand. We are not amused." And she, of course, dodges the laser eyes and then blocks him with her fist and fires back. "Harak, we warned you." And then laser eyes again. She gets hit, throws her back, and she, of course, bounces and slams into the ground. "Mother, yes, I must ask you about this word again. I thought you might. It's important." "It is. I'm afraid." "My girl fears so little, but I am afraid." "You're not afraid of the word. You're afraid of the change saying it will bring." "How can I know a word without ever heard, without ever having ever heard it? How can it beat in my chest so profound, powerfully without knowing what it means? Say the word, Diana. Say it and know it is what you are. Amazon. Amazon. What does that mean, Mother? Amazon. It is simply what you are, Diana. You are a. Of course, Cersei can't say it. We see the rah, and we see the no. What was that? When Apollo first brought you to me, he banned me from saying that word ever again. Why? Why would they do that? Indeed, why? Why indeed, my darling girl? If they don't want me to know that I'm Amazon, they took them from me and stopped me from knowing what I am. Why? It is because the blank had a job to do. They protected the old world from above from the oldest of monsters, which is only wants to feast on it. Without the blank, the world above would never make it this far. Without them, maybe this is the end. Or perhaps you sing your name again and become what you were always meant to be. I am an Amazon. Amazon. I am an Amazon. Again, Amazon. Again, Amazon. And of course, we see it again. Amazon with her lights glowing up. "Away, warrior, you are beaten. Leave us, as we must prepare the way. Our world is now. No, we will continue to hurt you if you insist. I insist." How you prove your love is by setting your child free and arming her the teeth with the greatest weapons imaginable. And watch her become everything she was meant to become, watching her change the world. For I am Diana of Themyscira, the last daughter of the Amazon, daughter of Circe, the princess of Hell, the witch of the Wild Islands. And you will not have this world while I still draw breath. All right, and then we see the tetracide is the thing. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna go back here, and yeah, so just want to give some of my thoughts here on it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good issue. So some of my thoughts here, I wanted to talk about. I've talked about briefly the cover and stuff like that. So I want to just talk about, like how one of the great things about, I think this comic did really well is like the establishing shots, setting the city. We see the cities being attacked by these creatures, and then of course we see that opening shot of Diana, which is fantastic. We really see the ambience of how well they did with her pulling the sword out and stuff like that. I mean, so we're starting right in with the action right away. And for me, one of the things is I really definitely think that I like that they kind of harken and pulled back the sword again, because that's one of the things that while I like a lot of some of the iterations of Diana, her just having the lasso, being that she is technically a of the Greek mythos. I liked, and this is something I liked a lot with her modern outfit. That she has the sword and the shield. So I think that is a really good design choice that they did, and you're seeing it really with a lot of that was done back in what's called the New 52 run. That was something I feel they're really pulling a lot of elements from. Now, from what I understand, in an interview with Kelly Thompson, she was saying about how how she was finding it very hard to write Diana and stripping the things that make her, Diana very unique. And um, here we're seeing that they've stripped her literally of everything that she was, and reimagining of who Diana was as a character. But if she was raised in hell, but the one great thing I think they did really well they didn't do is strip what made her a great character. Like her core essence was not stripped about her love, her being a protector, her being this motherly type figure who is really for all intents and purposes that's her character. Based in love and compassion. While she, while a lot of the other stuff was stripped away, they've kept a lot of the main core values, and we see that right away. The other thing they did, of course, is they morphed her sword from being, the more Greek style sword to giving her this wider sword, like kind of like Hercules and Athena. Uh, I mean, the sword's literally called the Athena blade, and forged by Hephaestus himself. And of course, at the end there, that last shot here, which I'm gonna go back to here. Um, this shot right here. Um, from what I understand here, this is not the because it's red. It is not the lasso of truth. It is a completely different lasso. And from what I understand, and I was looking over things because trying to figure out what it was because they don't call it here anything here. So I saw an interview here with Kelly Thompson. She really says that this is called the Nemesis lasso. Um, and this is with her interview from Agents of Fandom that the Nemesis origin is that she revealed the lasso is red has unique ability to dull pain. That lasso is red and certainly dulls out more pain than the lasso of truth. But there is a story to that. I'm really looking forward to explain where this lasso comes from. How does it link to all the other lasso? So and this raises a question to me: where is the lasso of truth? And I'm really hoping that they, this is something they're going to explore. We're going to find out in the next. I mean they are trying to combine the story into 5 issues. So hopefully we're going to get a lot more. I do wish that they kind of would have had a little bit more pages. I really wish they kind of would have went with longer issues trying to fit the story in. But you know, um, the other big key things that I think that really stuck out to me, now we're seeing like her origin story is completely different. We seeing that the Amazonians are jailed in prison. Just like Cersei is there. So and they're seeing here they defy the gods. So my wondering is because now in this universe, Darkseid is now the absolute ruler of the universe. Pretty much all the pantheons have been pretty much for the most part pretty much put under his control. Yahweh has been destroyed. The Spectre has been destroyed. There is no Yahweh or Spectre in this world. Just by from what I'm speculating, because uh, the Spectre is God's vengeance, and that he helps keep the balance of the mainstream DC universe. Now the fact that he has been destroyed, this is why Darkseid was able to get into this other universe because he wasn't able to take control of this universe because of the heroes. So the only thing he could really do is affect the universe from the beginning, and that's of course what he did back in DC All In special. So I think one of the things I really liked is that there are that Hippolyta isn't Hippolyta formed a lot of who Diana was. Now we're seeing this in Cersei. So what is Cersei going to be able to do differently with Diana that Hippolyta didn't do? So because we know how who Cersei is and who she is as a person, and she's usually very defiant in every and we saw glimpses of that there in the beginning passages with her with Apollo and with Apollo and a Cersei, we see her defiance kind of there. So I speculate that I think Diana is going to be very defiant in a lot of ways, and I just speculate it's probably going to put her in a lot of trouble with the Greek gods and stuff like that. Um, the other thing too is I think that I really like that she also she's been taught new things. She now uses magic. We have this new lasso. We have this sword, this really large sword. So we're definitely getting a completely different Diana. And it does look like these creatures have fought her before, just by basis of, of them fighting here. So we'll probably get glimpses of that in further issues, which is really good. Um, the other thing I really like that they pulled from, I'm getting the very classic, 52 elements, especially here in the W with the Wonder Woman and her colors. They pull a lot from the new 52 run. For those who are wondering, I'm gonna pull up what she looks like in the new 52 universe. Give me one moment here. Wonder Woman 52. The new 52. All right. So we are gonna give me one second here. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna close this out. We're gonna bring this one. Wrong one. Okay. So if you take a look here, she has like that a lot of that same elements. I really think that her look was really good, and of course you see the sword and stuff like that. I know a lot of people didn't particularly care for her look here in the new 52. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So, let me switch back over here. Um, window. I need to turn off display. Okay. So I really, you can really see those elements being pulled through here on this look. Um, I definitely think what we're seeing a lot of also pulls from the almost Lovecraftian mythos. That they're kind of going back to the like this creature, this harbinger, looks very eldritch horror element. So we definitely see that, which is really cool. I think I'm pulling. So overall, I think what is really good, and I'm gonna kind of wrap it up here. What is really good is I think that Kelly is giving a good, very launch off point here for this issue. I think she's doing a really good job with this story. I'm really looking forward to what she's getting. Now, I am vested into what's going on. My speculation is, did they give was Diana given to Cersei? Them thinking, like she said, that Diana was probably going to die. Did they know that she would survive? There's a lot of to work with here, and I think for me, Diana is definitely going to be a threat against the Greek pantheon, in my opinion. So now, again, one of the other positives I really looked at, I thought the story was really good. I thought Kelly Thompson did a really good job knocking it out of the park. I really gave the story a good 8. And I thought it was a really, really good story, getting her started and stuff like that. I'm really interested on this launch point. Um, I'm hoping that this does not fall flat. DC has been doing this quite a lot recently, as I stressed in the last issue, that they would get off these good starts, but then their their big universe stuff kind of has been falling flat. We saw this with you know Infinite Infinite Frontier. We saw this with Dark Metal. Night Terrors were all major disappointments in my opinion for terms of series. I think that they were a very big letdown in my opinion. But there are other good highlights, of series that have been very good. I thought Rebirth was a fantastic storyline all throughout. I thought I really enjoyed the New 52. I thought it was really good. Dawn of DC has been fairly good. So I like a lot of the changes that were being done in Dawn of DC. I did not read Tom King's run of Wonder Woman. I'm just not a big fan of Tom King. I've been focusing mostly on a lot of the other stuff, Superman, Action Comics, of course, Superboy. Uh, Also a lot of the short series and stuff like that. So I thought Dawn of DC was really good. Now I'm really on board with the whole all of DC on in it because I think also I'm waiting for the Absolute Power. I haven't read it yet. I do have the trade coming in for Absolute Powers stuff, so that way I'll be able to um, read those on air and stuff like that. So I'm waiting on that. But so the writing here is really good. So I'm really hoping they hold to that. Now, what I think really for me that made this on my top tier list of why I'm staying with this series, as I stated before, what really drew me to this issue was the artwork. I when they first showed some of the early artwork, I was like, oh man, I think I can really get into this, and I'm glad that DC really held that all the way through. I think Hayden Sherman's artwork is very well done, and I think what really helps is on the Jordan Belaire's colors. Her colors really make this artwork pop, and I really love it. And also, I thought Becca Carey's lettering does a very good job with the comic. I mean, it is just a very well-rounded issue. So I would, if I were going to go breakdown story-wise, I would give the story an 8. I give the artwork, in my opinion, an 8.5 to 9, and lettering and coloring, I would definitely give eights on that. So ideally, if I were given a weighted score, I would give it about an 8 to an 8.5. So I really definitely think if you're a fan of Wonder Woman, um, highly pick this up. I think it's a very good issue. I think people would really enjoy it. Um, I'm all in. I'm definitely, like I said beforehand, I'm all in to see where this is going, especially from the main DC, how the main DC universe is going to be affected from this mini series. I want to see how much Darkseid is actively affecting the universe. I mean, because I think, my opinion, I think he has wiped out the entire major pantheons. Either he has subjected them to his control, and that the apocalypse and all the people like him with Calabac and Granny Goodness and um as I saw there from the DC All In, I think Supergirl is on there, that team and stuff like that. So I speculate that that there is going to be some major changes, and I'm all on board for this. So I really definitely think that you guys should be grabbing the issues. Grab the DC All In issue. Grab the Absolute Super Batman and the Absolute Wonder Woman. And we kind of did the Absolute Superman preview last weekend or the other night. And so far that seems to be setting up that Superman. I know we got a little bit till it comes out. For the Absolute Superman, I gotta remember what the official date on that is. Absolute Superman release date. Okay, and that is on. Okay, so November 6th. Okay, so my birthday. So that'll be next week, or excuse me, not next week. In 2 weeks, uh, we'll uh, we'll see that. So, which is really cool. For my birthday, of course, we're getting the Absolute Superman. I really hope that DC can hold this going all the way through their issues and keep it this really good. I really enjoy overall. Again, I think that the hype is there. I was kind of leery myself, but so far I'm excited. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna shift gears here again. We're gonna go into we're gonna do some gaming. I'm gonna go to the bathroom again, and I am going to then we're going to switch to playing Resident Evil 4. So I will be right back.
The stars, closer than the gods.
Feel the lightning, hear the roar. The one force by now is light. A storm unleashed, a blinding light. With thunder's core, his horse to fight. He fights till every tyrant falls. With courage fierce and power tall. With courage strong, his power calls. The gods now tremble as he brawls. For chaos, rise, rise. The gods shall face their demise. For chaos, rise, rise. The soul shall cut through all their lies. False gods trembling from distant lands. His name resounds, his power stands. In myth's fierce clash, a fire bright.